I'm speaking to you today on why the apostles were sent out with nothing. Now imagine our Christian ancestors who could neither read nor write, beyond perhaps their name, if even that. And even after the creation of the Gutenberg press, developed principally for the printing of Bibles, thus the very great and beautiful Gutenberg Bible. It was all printed in Latin, for until after the mid-Renaissance era, it was an apostasy, a heresy, for which you could be burned at the stake, or killed through other means, to have any Bible text written in the common or low tongue, as it was believed that the daily language of men is crass and common. It should not dirty the divine biblical text, nor should any common person ever speak these holy words in other but the language of God, Latin. This is sort of forgetting the fact that Jesus didn't speak Latin, and neither did any of the apostles. Half of them spoke Aramaic, all of them spoke Hebrew, and some of them spoke Greek. And no woman may read or speak the scripture ever. They were viewed by the misogynistic culture as sinful in the extreme. Tater. A few problems with that language of God stuff. Latin. God spoke Aramaic to Moses and Jesus. His name is Yeshua in Aramaic. He spoke Hebrew, Arabic, Aramaic, Greek, and Latin. But it was a different Latin than was spoke later, because to live in Judah, you had to be minimally trilingual. Hebrew to speak to the devout children of Israel, Aramaic and Arabic to speak to the shopkeepers, Aramaic in the large cities, Arabic or Farsi to the travellers and those in markets, and then Roman, a low form of Latin for the soldiers and their governors. Though Rome is in Italy now, the country is a very recent creation. Prior to the creation, it was of city, kingdoms, and small fiefdoms, the dialects altering quickly across 25 miles. Latin was the base of all of their languages, but all spoke only variations of it. Only the Lucan Gospel of Luke contains 2 episodes of Jesus sending out his followers on missions. The first was Luke 9, 1 through 6, where the 12 were named and sent out. In the sending of the 12, they were each sent with no money, no spare tunic, no extra shoes, and not even a bag to carry or even a walking stick. And if a village refused them welcome, they were told to shake the dust of it from your sandals. This original is based directly from the Markan mission 6, verses 6b through 13. The reasons were so that they wouldn't be robbed. They weren't carrying a thing, so of what could they be taken? And so they would be focused only on the word. The rest would take care of itself. And it did. In this sending, it continues on the theme of Jesus preparing witnesses to himself and his ministry. These witnesses in the current include the 12 plus 72 additional who may represent the Christian mission in Luke's own day, or in this case, Matthew's own day. The reasons for some of the instructions. carry no money, greet no one along the way. This is to impress upon the 72 of their need to focus and give up all personal possessions, and to have no attachment to any material thing. Allow nothing to distract from the single-minded focus on the task, including greeting people on the road. Abiding by all of these instructions would have had candidates who were focused and very intent upon the Lord's holy work. And, again, there would be no risk to them from the bandits on the road, for they were clearly carrying nothing, and they spoke to no one along the way. This was personal security at its best.